Hey guys, Beast here. Today I want to cover the sort of headlight switch assembly that I put on the KLR. Here is the original stock one. You can see high-low, turns, horn, that whole assembly. So a couple things started happening. One was it wouldn't cancel when I centered the turn signal. And that was a big deal for me because one of the biggest accidents for motorcyclists is newer riders or just forgetful riders that leave, say, their right turn signal on, and a car will pull out in front of them thinking that the motorcycle is turning. The motorcyclist has no idea what's going on. After putting kind of a bigger, GPS unit on, it is harder to see the indicators over there. But straight up, just this thing wouldn't delete. Sometimes I would have to go back to the right and then back to center in order for it to delete, say, a left turn. It was very annoying. I was used to modern motorcycles where you could simply push to cancel. So that was kind of the biggest issue with it. So as I started having more issues and I started getting more lighting, I just, at the time, decided to put in some money and some effort. And I had seen this previously years ago, even before I owned the KLR. I want to say it's a TCI Products light switch assembly. Now, they consider this a European version, and you'll see why in a second here. But what this affords you is actually very ergonomic sort of controls. Your very modern left and right turn signals, push to delete the turn. The horn is in a pretty good spot. Occasionally I've missed it, but that just takes practice. All right, coming down from the top down here, you can see what makes this so different and what is, I believe, considered a European light assembly. I do think this probably voids DOT street legalness because in the States they assume that you won't remember to turn your headlights on. So at this point, this switch, I've got full headlights. This is marker lights, and then this is no lights. Couple reasons I really like that. So if one, I'm off-roading and I only need my off-road lights, I don't need the headlights. I can save the sort of stator power to do other things and go to a higher output light. Lots of things we've done in the KLR here to help save power, switching to all LEDs, things of that nature. So if your battery is a little bit sketchy or it's super cold out, leave all your lights off. It's just the same as turning your heater fan on in your car in the winter. There's a lot more power drain during that initial startup. So I can kill all of my lights, start the motor, then kick on my high beams, or my headlights, excuse me. And again, I'll show you the, we'll put in some pictures here as I'm doing this, but yeah, so it gives you a little bit more control. Now I do have my turn signals integrated into sort of a marker light, a running light, if you will, which is a little bit more modern. I think if I rewired this, I would probably just leave that off so that I could definitely go off everything, because even when I come to off here, the marker lights are still on over there. So just the way I have it wired, but I'll put in some photos. And the other thing I absolutely love, coming from more modern bikes, and honestly even the FJR doesn't have it, it's an 05, but my 03 Ducati Monster had it, and I absolutely love it. And it's your passing switch. So when you're riding and you pull this switch, it's kicking on your high beams. So you're trying to get people's attention. If you're lane splitting in California, you give them just a little bit of headlight flash. A lot of people call it flash to pass, excuse me. So I love that feature. I loved it on the Ducati. I wish the FJR had it, but my KLR does, thanks to this headlight module. And it is a little bit more expensive, but honestly, it was about the same if I was going to try to find a replacement KLR light module, whether Gen 1 or Gen 2. They wanted like 30 bucks. I think this was 40 bucks. I'll try to find links for this, guys. It's been a couple years since I did this build. Yeah, links down below. Let's take a look at the difference up front. Hey guys, hope you can see that all. So we've got our Add More integrated lights into our Bark Busters here. Now, the light switch is currently turned off. If I go to the running light, it doesn't really do any change, and that's probably what I would change if I rewired these, is make sure that in the off position that even these were off and that these set to running. I don't know where along the lines I screwed that up, but it definitely doesn't. If I go all the way off, I still have these, and they're super low draw. So I've actually had that going before, and you can easily find your bike. It makes for nice photos. I'll put in a couple that we did in the winter in the snow, and that was pretty good. But if I come all the way up to headlight, Now you've got your headlight on. You can hear the very annoying fan from the Cyclops. That's the old Gen 1. I did that review earlier. And then of course, high beam activates the Av Monster bar. And then if I just hit the pass switch, you can see I can literally just sort of strobe and flash that. So again, lane splitting, flash to pass, all those sort of things, and just works flawlessly. And the biggest thing is, I know that when I put on my blinkers and I go to delete them, that they turn off. And that was a huge safety issue with me. I did not want to have my blinkers accidentally on going down the road. And that was part of the biggest push was safety. And again, all the other cool features with this here. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you down the road. Hey guys, just want to give you a huge thank you for the continued support that you always give me. We'll be putting out more content as always, everything from the high Arctic down to Antarctica and everywhere in between for our adventures on two wheels. We'll catch you down the road. Thanks again, guys.